Okay.
This one's been waited for and looked forward to for a long time.
Come on! Yes! Krieg! Deathcore Krieg, baby. New engineers, new thud guns! Ah! The hype, baby! The hype is real! The hype is so real! Oh my god. Oh, they've only gone and done it. Krieg name. Oh! And more. Oh man. Oh shit! Double heavy stubber teams, boys. Command squad. Heavy weapon squads with double heavy stubbers. Holy shit, boys. Let's have a look at some of these reveals on the GW page. Okay. Let's just look at those engineers for a moment. This thing down here, we've been told, is like a little mine thing. I'm sure we'll get a closer look at that in a moment. The equipment this guy's got, he's definitely getting a power sword. He's definitely getting what looks like a bog standard las pistol to me. Flamers and shotguns. I don't think we'll see grenadiers with like melter guns and stuff. So we've got thud guns are back. Heavy mortars are back. 1 minute. Cup of tea. There's a fucking cup of tea. I love that.
Would you like a cup of tea, mate?
This dude seems to just control the mine. He'll probably have a shotgun as well. I'm seeing, in a 5-man squad, I'm seeing flamer, shotgun, mine dude, pistol power sword guy. I hope that we can take him in 10-man squads. 5-man squads will be very fragile. Let's see what the close-ups are like. Here you go. Okay, so you can see here. The combat engineers wear additional armor and carry a heavy trench club as part of their standard gear. So to me, that sounds like their standard loadout is las pistol trench club, and you can swap that out for shotguns if you want to. Because they don't have both on them, you know? It'd be amazing if they got pistol, club, and shotgun, but I'm not certain that's what they're saying. You can have flamer. The only special weapon they're getting is flamers. As we saw in the background of the trailer, there's a dude with a flame pistol. Those engineers look great, man. Let's have a closer look. So the revolver pump shotguns are incredible. The style of the las pistol, it reminds me of it reminds me of two things. There's like, you know, there's like was it the World War I or World War II German like pistol which could like fire full auto, and it's like a pistol and you could put a stock on it and it was almost like a submachine gun. That's what that pistol reminds me of. So one of the things that they mentioned in the trailer is that these guys got to use the grenade stratagem for free. Honestly, that's really, really good. Being able to do that for free is a really big deal. Yeah. So hence why I think this guy's got a grenade backpack to represent the free grenades that they get to do. I really like the auger tracks on the mine as well. The auger tracks are so cute. So they've got scout, free grenades, they've got better armor, a close combat loadout, and a shooty loadout. Let's look at the artillery. So that's the heavy mortar. So that's the artillery siege cannon. I think that'll be Basilisk profile. I think that'll be strength 6, but maybe more reliable shots. Now this one here, this is the rocket launcher. They confirmed that this would be anti-infantry 3+. That is very good. And then the quad launcher. I reckon they come in squads of 1. I don't think you're getting 6 of these. We know what you're thinking. Yes, 3 of these and 6 of those batteries sounds like an excellent idea. Yeah. So yeah, you will only be able to get 3 of them. But with so many options, you'll probably end up buying more than that. Yeah, 130mm base, squads of 1. I think that's what it is, Captain Crack. I think they convert it to 130mm base. That's an amazing codex cover. And I do love it. But honestly, I think that looks better. I know that's a classic, but I'm getting a real over-the-top vibe with that. Imagine walking into a Games Workshop and seeing that codex cover. If you've never seen Warhammer before, you're going to be like, What the fuck? That is so dynamic. That is so different. It's so different to everything else that you see. You've got aliens, you've got space marines. Wait, why the fuck is there like a World War I book in here? Oh, it's not a World War I book. What do you mean it's not a World War I book? No. That's the Death Corps of Krieg. And then suddenly they're like, what the fuck's Death Corps? And then the Games Workshop guy gets to talk to them. He gets to fucking spiel them. And they're like, fuck yeah, man, sign me up for the Corps. Yeah. That's a really clever Codex artwork. People are going to see that who don't know much about 40k. I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this? And the moment you ask the question, that's it. There are further units coming from outside the army set, a classic command squad, including Vox and medical personnel, but with a twist. As the casualty rate among Krieg officers is so high, they've sent a Lord Commissar along to take the reins. So, Commissars with power fists have returned. I didn't think it would be possible for me to ejaculate anymore. I mean, there's already an insane amount of ectoplasm in this room. But I think this might be my new favourite Commissar model. Because A, he's got a power fist, which is great. But B, he's got a big hat! Yes! Let's zoom in on all its majesty. Yes! The hat! It's so big! Only wimpy cadet commissars, this is a cadet commissar by the way, need armor. There you go. I like how it feels he's had like the safety equipment put on, like the old grizzled lord, because it looks oversized for him. If I was to guess, I think that's a kid. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. Tell me that armor doesn't look oversized and that model just looks a little bit smaller. Look at this guy here and then compare him to like this guy and this guy. Are you serious? Look, these guys are like full grown like adults. This looks like a kid. I bet underneath there is some like 12 to 16 year old. You can't spell infantry without infant. It's clearly a hugely oversized like breastplate. It's a fucking child soldier, man. That's so based. It's so bad, but it's so based. Okay, so let's look at this guy first before we get to the Death Riders. It's sword and pistol. Now, my feeling with this model is he's going to be less about doing orders. I would expect him to do 2 orders. I doubt he'll either do 2 orders or he'll do like 2 regiment orders, 1 squadron order. Do you know what I mean? He won't quite be as good as the Lord Marshal at ordering thing. But my suspicion is that he's going to be far better in combat. The Lord Solar isn't bad in combat. He's okay. But they said that this guy was quite good in combat. He was a good combat character. So, yeah, I'm guessing that between the fact that he's on a giant Krieg steed, that he is willing to lead from the front, I think he's going to be quite tanky and he's going to be quite good at close combat, but still be perfectly capable of doing orders, as and when it's required, basically. Now, these Death Riders are really interesting. So the Death Riders we know, because they confirmed it in the stream, they are going to have the same screening line rules as they do now. So when the enemy gets close, they can move. They have the same rule. All right, so that's not being changed, which is interesting. The big thing with the Death Riders is the weapons they can get. They now, as standard. So I thought there'd be a choice of weapons here, but there's not. If you look carefully at the models, you can see Las Carbine, and you can see Las Carbine down here as well. All right. So all of the models are coming with the Las Carbines. If you look at them as well, you can see Power Saber. So you can see Power Sabers on them, even on the ones that have got the Lances. So when I first saw these guys, I thought it was going to be a case of you have to pick Saber and Las Carbine or Lance. But for what I can see is you're going to get the Lance and the Power Saber and the Las Carbine. Now, the Las Carbine is going to be, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It's going to be 18-inch range, 2-shot assault. Strength 3, AP dash, damage nothing. That's what it's going to be. I just want to say I fucking love that GW is making las carbines a thing, because I do quite like the idea of las carbines. Something that's a little bit more... las rifles are like almost like big battle rifle style things, you know? Whereas carbines are a little bit smaller, you know, and nippier. Now, the thing is that is important to notice is that these guys do not have melter lances. Look, frag lance. These are not going to be good for anti-tank. The frag lance will be the same as the Rough Rider one, so it'll be good for clearing hordes. If you want to deal with infantry, each model gets a power saber, which will be strength 4, AP minus... well, I believe it's strength 4, AP minus 2, damage 1. I think that's what the power saber on the Rough Riders is right now. Let's just double check. With each power saber. The Rough Rider power saber has 4 attacks, but only the sergeant can use it. So I feel like the regular power sabers here will probably have 3 attacks each. And then we know the horses are going to have 2 attacks at AP minus 1 because they said that. My feeling is these guys are an anti-infantry melee choice. Now, I don't mean to bring the hype train down a little bit, but that's not, from a damage perspective, that's not going to be that worthwhile in because 10th edition is all about vehicles. Where I think these guys are going to be important, where I think they're going to have potential, is in some of the tidbits that GW said about them being good at sustaining combats. I don't know for sure, guys. I don't know. There is a very strong possibility that the old horse jail tactic could be back. I think the idea is that Rough Riders are fragile but do damage, and these guys are tough and take damage. That would be my guess, based on what I see with the weapons here, and based on what GW said in the live stream. Also, I think I'm just going to say it now. I think the Krieg artillery is better for one very simple reason. They're better than the field ordnance batteries because they don't have the stupid chair on the fob where the guy's basically stood there, or sat there, legs open, ready for the empty shell to come flying out into his dick. Like, what I think is my favorite release of all of the Krieg releases is the Command Squad. This is a command squad led by a commissar. Yes, you heard that right. In fact, it is led by a Lord Commissar. So that's a nice little nod. He comes with the Plas Pistol and Power Fist. He also has got this cool little servo skull thing. I suspect that's more just decoration than anything else. It might have a purpose. And we've got Voxcaster guy. That's a Voxcaster chap. It comes with a Cadet Commissar, and as we established earlier in the stream, this guy is definitely going to be a child soldier. I mean, you can't prove it, because you can't see the fucking, like, kid's face and his bum fluff and all that kind of stuff. But we've got, they called him the Alchemist. They said he's like a medic, but they said he's good at resisting toxins. They didn't specify what rule that would be. I mean, the simple thing would be 6 up, feel no pain, right? And then we have a metal gun guy. That's cool. But the big one, look at that flag. That is a molded flag, gentlemen. So that's not a blank flag that you paint stuff on. That is a molded flag. And I love a good flag. I love a good flag. And I am telling you right now, that is my new favorite flag model. I have a lot of the Guard flags. That's a brilliant flag. It's very reminiscent of the old Cadian Metal Command Squad flag. But obviously it's Krieged up to fuck. Okay, and then we get to the last bit. By the way, codex art, amazing. This is one of the best codex art GW has released ever. In fact, I actually prefer that codex art over the special edition. The special edition is great, don't get me wrong. Classic piece of artwork, love it. But that one is gritty as fuck. I like that. Yeah, I might get both. I know that sounds crazy, but I might get the collector's edition and get the regular one. But if I don't get the special edition, I'm happy with my regular one. Then we get to the special weapon, the heavy weapons. These are brilliant. You have got heavy support squads. The first thing that everybody notices is the weapons, right? So you've got twin heavy stubber. Amazing. Powerful? No. Terrible. I mean, it's going to be like at 3 shots, strength 4, AP dash, twin linked. Within half range, you'll get 6 shots. Woo!
Well, hello to you too!
Nah, they're going to be shit. And they're going to be shit, and because of the way GW does point costs now, you're gonna have to pay the same point for twin heavy stubber over a fucking las cannon. So the twin heavy stubbers are the coolest option, but you're never gonna fucking see them. The las cannons are a very clever option because it means that GW isn't shafting a lot of old school Krieg players because who will have like the las cannon ones. So yeah, that's great. The biggie is the flamethrower though. So they confirmed that these flamethrowers are 18-inch range, strength 5, AP -2, damage 2. I don't know how many shots. Probably D6, maybe D6 plus 3. If the shitty Aquilon Sentry Flamer is D6 plus 3, this thing's probably D6 plus 3 as well. AP -1, sorry. I would guess D6 plus 3, strength 5, AP -1, damage 2. I don't think they're going to be 2 wounds, actually, I'm telling you. I don't think they're going to be 2 wounds. Not heavy weapon teams, they're heavy support teams. Exactly. They're heavy support squads, not heavy weapon squads. The good news is, guys, it looks like the core of our army is going to be still usable. Forge World shit's going, and we're going to lose some of the peripheral characters and stuff, but I think I've got a good feeling. That the majority that our army is going to come out of this not completely gutted for the majority of players. Today was a day that could have seen a lot of people very disappointed. Today was a day that could have seen GW undercook one of the most hotly anticipated releases in Warhammer history. But the day has come. As someone who's been playing Guard for 20 years, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think I ever thought would happen. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, if you asked me 3 years ago, 2 years ago, if you'd asked me in 9th edition, would we get Plastic Krieg? I would have said, nah, never. Never. But it's here. And not only is it here, but they didn't fuck it up. Look, I'm sure that the kits are going to be classic GW kits, really fucking fiddly and pain in the butt to do, right? I'm sure that's going to happen. It's finally here. Plastic Krieg is here. Not one squad, not one character, a whole army. Gentlemen, if you don't want to, you don't need to have a single non-Krieg model in your army. You can have Deathcore infantry, 2 kinds, elite infantry, line infantry. You've got your own Deathcore cavalry. You've got your own special Deathcore artillery in plastic. You've got your own special Deathcore command squad. You can build an entire Deathcore army just out of Deathcore models. If you may want to consider the tank commanders, the tanks and and stuff, of course, but even if you were being 100% purist, you could build an entire army out of what we've seen today. A very rare, and I cannot stress this enough, a very rare GW win. Savor it. You know that there'll be naysayers out there saying, oh, they should have had the Centaur, oh, they should have had the Storm Chimera, and they are valid points. We're not dismissing them, they are valid points. But if you are happy with this release, it's one of the few times when you can just be like, I'm just happy with it. It looks good. You can allow yourself to be hyped. Be hyped. Enjoy it. But that's it, guys. Gentlemen, ladies, small focus Alpha Centauri, thank you so much for all of your incredible support. Gentlemen, thank you for watching. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and Patreons. You guys are amazing. Truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full-time without the incredible and generous support of my members. So thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Alex Dengal, Bon Vert, Lord Pryor, Mark Panconi, RJ Scorpion, Swordfish Trombone, Try Again Bragg, John Stubbs, Nick Walsh, Diesel Fox, and August Barney. Seriously guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.